Let's start at a high level. What's going on in Colorado? I think for the past couple weeks now, you've introduced this bill basically from scratch, and it's been moving through, getting along, making a bunch of progress. I think you've been working even with Rivian; they've been involved with this. So yeah, fill us in at a high level. What's been going on?
That's correct. Yeah. So Rivian has been directly involved. They've been a primary driver in this bill in the Colorado legislature that would provide a clear and distinct path for them to sell direct to consumers in Colorado. Basically, what this means is that as the law exists right now, they could still sell to consumers direct, but it would be really convoluted, and it's just there's some chances that some of the rules could change and then they would be stuck. So Rivian has been running with this bill. They found some bipartisan sponsors of the bill, and it's been working its way through the legislature. Started off with the Senate committee. We did a Senate hearing, and the committee took public testimony from lots of dealerships, dealer association, and some consumers, and of course Rivian and the some of the environmental agencies, a part of Colorado, who are actually supporting this. It passed on the Senate floor yesterday. It went to the hearing committee, Environmental and Energy Committee, passed that 7-4. And now, so this week, it's likely to go to the House floor, get voted on, and fingers crossed. It looks like there's enough support for this to also be approved by the House. Then it would go to the governor's desk for signature. So it hasn't been without some challenges and some fireworks on both sides, but it wouldn't be fun if there weren't any fireworks and sort of friction between differing opinions about what's right for consumers.
Amazing progress. And taking a step back at a high level, what was the problem with the current like bill or state of affairs in Colorado? Because I assume Tesla has been selling in Colorado, if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah,
Or
that's correct. Yeah. So Tesla's been selling to consumers in Colorado for almost 10 years now. They got in through a backdoor law that was originally created for a school bus manufacturer in Lamar, Colorado, called Lamar Buses, and and so that back door got closed. What the Auto Dealer Association is saying is that, if Rivian wants a dealership license, all they have to do is apply for it. But the thing is that you have to do some upfront capital investment into facilities, and before you're ever even approved for a dealership license. And so they're a little bit on the hook here, and it's, as I said before, it's not as clear as what it should be for manufacturers. Now, this bill, if it passes, will also be better for Tesla as well, because then it means that they're not limited to one single dealership license like they are right now. Tesla does have one dealership license, and then they can create, from my understanding, unlimited sub-licenses. But now, these manufacturers can have unlimited dealership licenses as they see fit.
And so at a high level, it seems like it blew my mind when I heard about this because it's basically like these auto dealer associations, not just Colorado, but have wield tremendous power, basically not allowing anyone to create a new business model to sell like car companies can't even sell their own cars to consumers because these dealer lobbies have so much power and they have to go through them. And now Tesla is using this sort of direct to consumer internet first approach that now Rivian is supposed to be using, and it seems to be catching them off guard and causing friction, not just in Colorado, but in like a ton of states, which to me is mind blowing because I'm like, how is this even an issue? Like, literally, Tesla's just trying to sell cars to consumers, and that apparently is illegal because they don't have a dealer. Like, why shouldn't a company in America be able to set up a store to sell their product to consumers? Like, why is this even, like, how is there even a debate about this?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, today in 2020, it really is anti-competitive laws that have been created to insulate these dealers and dealers associations. But back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, this is all designed to help protect these mom and pops, small startup dealerships that were selling these manufacturer vehicles that had far more money and far more influence. And so these franchise laws were sort of created as a win-win between the two organizations, or the two the manufacturer and the dealerships. Now we're in 2020. Consumers have access to so much more information, and so it's not so much a centralized information source like it used to be with buying a vehicle. You only had the ability to buy a vehicle through a dealer, and they had all the information, and they were the gatekeeper. It's actually very similar. It reminds me very similar to what we're seeing in real estate as well, where it's just this sort of level playing field that's happening, where consumers are gaining more power, more information, and having more leverage. But in the case of dealers in the auto sales transaction, auto associations have a lot of influence, a lot of political influence, a lot of money, and a lot of power to be able to sway these laws and make sure that the laws don't infringe on their ability to operate this single business model.